I retired from 3M, I wanted to start a business. There were 3 things that I needed in my business, and one was accuracy, and that they do it in a timely manner, and that they do it in a cost-effective way. And I opened the yellow pages and found TSE. At that point, I called them and went over, and they assured me that they had the necessary people in order to do that job. And since then, I found out their accuracy is extremely high.
We have job developers whose role it is to work with the people who are interested in employment, find as much information as we can from those people. You know, what do they like? What are their interests? What are their skills? Then go out and find something that matches that interest.
TSE brought in the staff and trained on a daily basis for several weeks, working with him to accomplish a task, and not just 1 day, 2 days, let him go, but as long as he needed to get that task down right. And the quality is truly amazing and has really helped impact that bottom line from not only a saving standpoint, but also from an environment of creating a good workplace, which helps everybody work harder.
We always wanted him to be out in the public. And he always seemed interested when his dad would barbecue, would be out there and helping him.
We've used TSE here at Rosedale for about 18 years. We recently introduced pizzas here at the Rosedale store, and what Bob has done is he's become the prep person for our pizzas every day during the week. Their participation and becoming integrated to the team is essential to what we do here at Rosedale. Bob comes in every day making sure everyone's in their uniform, always checking for the name tag, consistent in his work, always making sure the projects get done.
He's proven himself to do the food prep and the dishwashing, you know, does things on his own. To have him working, he lives for his work. He's grown up so much in the past 22 years, and I don't know what I would have done without TSE.
There is such a good interaction between Staples employees and the TSE business. So we are part of Staples, fully part of Staples.
The TSE folks, they take pride in everything they do. So quality is important to them because they feel like they like to feel like they're doing everything, not just to get it done, but to do it right. So when they're making boxes and putting them on pallets, they're making the pallets as square as they can get them. They're not just throwing them on top.
There was a driver one day who stopped me, and he said, "Thank you for the work you're doing." And he said, "I've been working here for 30 years, but the warehouse never looked this clean."
1, 2, 3 this way, 1, 2, 3 this way.
Employment specialists, they really take the time to make sure that they get trained properly, and they will not put them in any role before they feel that they're ready to perform the task.
They anticipate our needs before we even know we have a need in a lot of cases.
I hate to say it, but I really don't have to worry about it, that the employee specialists take the time and the effort, and they really watch the folks to make sure they're staying on task.
The mission of Ecumen at Lakeview Commons is to create home for older adults wherever they choose to live. And the TSE crew has done a really great job in building relationships with our residents. Our partnership with TSE has grown over the years. We started with just a crew in our housekeeping department, but because that program was so successful, we added a position in our kitchen.
I do janitorial work here, and I work in the kitchen 2 days a week. And I get to see all the cooking that's done in that, and maybe I'll eventually work on being a cook.
I do janitorial, I do mopping, dusting. It's kind of fun to have other people to work with.
The TSE crew has made our life a lot easier. We know that the staff are going to be here when they're supposed to be here, so we don't need to worry about working short or not having an employee here that day. We don't have to deal with workers' comp or payroll or all of those other issues that come along with having an employee.
Housekeeping. The residents really enjoy having me here because I do such a good job, and I keep the place clean.
Our residents really enjoy interacting with the TSE crew. The crew is always happy to be here. They've got a smile on their face, and they're a real day brightener for our residents.
They come in the morning before our employees even arrive and roll our silverware for us for that day. I think one of the big gains is just watching the TSE employees grow and develop and become more self-reliant. They're kind of part of the family.
So we hired Jed directly through the TSE services, coming in and asking us what we were looking for, and he went through training. He's held the same standards as everybody else. He's got to clock in on time. He has to wear his full uniform. He's expected to call. He's expected to know his schedule, and so we treat him just like everybody else. And I think now he's just looking for new opportunities, like so many of our other employees. He's starting to learn registers and shakes, which is also something that is going to be my first experience with people with disabilities, being able to handle that type of position. So I'm really excited about going down that road with him, because he's really excited about learning something else in the restaurant, which is something I hadn't seen before.
We're not a big enough company to need a full-time janitor, and basically it's a perfect fit for us because we only need somebody part-time, and they make it so easy. He just keeps our place spotless, and our employees even comment on how clean our environment is now and how much nicer it is. And employees have welcomed him into their group personally, and they love Dana.
When he comes in the morning, he's got a smile on his face, and he likes to just get right to work. So it's just been a great benefit to our business to have Dana working with us.
The TSE employees make sure that we put on our best face, and we get a lot of comments that Roseville's the best looking store, the cleanest looking store that we have in the system. I don't think about whether or not Roseville store is going to be clean and presentable. It's not something that I have to to worry about. TSE understands what is necessary to help meet our needs, and we're fully committed to working with TSE to help them help others.
It's so painless that I couldn't imagine, looking back on it, making any other decision.
We don't have to wonder each day how we're going to get the boxes made, who's going to go and do it. We know that TSE has it covered. We'll come in, TSE will show up, and the job will be done.
From an employer standpoint, I feel very confident, so I can devote my time to creating new products or creating more opportunity for the business, so both TSE and I can grow together.
We consider the staff and residents at Lakeview Commons to be a family, and we consider the TSE crew to be part of our Ecumen family.